to remain. The risk is grind time. I need mine. Grind time. I need mine.
To be ashamed about from that game. It was a good effort from them all around. They just needed another break or two that just didn't happen.
Yeah, you know, both teams can't win. You know, it comes down to a play or two either way. I thought both deserved to win, but only one could.
Here is Livingston. James Harden picking up that last basket, and he gets the bucket. And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. Golden State's head coach and I were able to chat. They are going up against arguably the toughest center the NBA has to offer in Dwight Howard. One problem that Howard poses is his ability to send shots away on the defensive end. He told his players to be fearless and not think twice about taking shots, saying, a lot of the D Howard plays is mental. He just has shooters second-guessing. He might have them third-guessing, guys.
And as always, Doris, thank you. And so it's Houston with it after the three-pointer from Andre Iguodala. Screen by Howard. Here's Mr. Moves. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in.
Well, that shot was made possible by the work Dwight Howard did.
The Warriors have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Shoots from 12. And yes, sir, that one drops. Lee's got his first points in this one.
You can't give him that shot. I mean, a few open looks are all it takes, and he could really get rolling.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Here's Mr. Moves. Can't get it to go. The Warriors go the other way with it. Green with the ball. He's picked up by Ariza. Green passes to Livingston. Screen by Bogut. 5 on the clock. Livingston kicks to Lee. And it's wide right. It's off the rim. Rockets have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Mr. Moves, and he uses the glass on the layup. Mr. Moves got 6.
He got a little room at the rim and laid it in. Great play.
Warriors trail by 3. Here is Livingston. 11 points for him in that last game against the Lakers in Los Angeles.
And Kevin, don't forget about his playmaking in that game as well. He was wonderful in terms of attacking the defense and figuring out when to shoot and when to find teammates.
From the arc. And it's Iguodala with the rebound. Golden State's gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. Lee outside. Green with a screen on Jones. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And the defense fouling there to prevent that layup, forcing 2 free throws here.
A nice job that time of attacking the paint and drawing the contact. They'll take that.
For the Rockets, Anthony Tolliver. He's checked in for Terrence Jones. And it's Isaiah Cannon in for Trevor Ariza. Golden State also making some changes. Spates comes in for Andrew Bogut. And it's Harrison Barnes in for Draymond Green. And so here is Golden State after the miss from Mr. Moves. And blocked. to the middle, trying to find Harden, and he's got it now.
The defense just couldn't recover in time.
Yeah, the D pretty much went brain neutral on that one, Clark. Wouldn't you?
Yes, sir. I like that phrase.
Yeah, I don't use that phrase very often, but to me, that's what happened. He shifted the brain into neutral.
Yes, he did.
That was embarrassing.
Here is Livingston. The Rockets making the shot. Up top, Spates. Pass to Livingston. Golden State moving it around. And that one's good. Barnes.
A good open look, and he splashes home the three.
The Rockets have gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. Here's Mr. Moves. Can't hit. Good defense by Iguodala.
Rebounding is going to be the focal point for them in this one, fellas. I can feel it.
Yeah.
That's it.
So far, the numbers.
For the Houston Rockets, they won their last contest in that game against Memphis.
Yeah, it didn't seem to be much of a challenge for them in that game. It seemed like they scored at will. Not much defense that they were facing.
Yep, they had the defense on its heels early the entire game, and actually nearly the entire game, and no matter what unit was out there, looked like a mismatch to me.
And Golden State looking at who they've got. Barnes and Lee are the 3 and 4. Green is out there with Iguodala, and it's Bogut in at the center. Nobody near Barnes, and that one hits back iron.
I thought he'd make that one. That's his range, and the defense nowhere to be seen. Boy, where was the box out? Too easy on that second chance opportunity.
Yeah, no box out is what happened there. Those kind of mistakes on the glass will kill a team.
He slipped into quite a funk here, Clark.
I think that's a good word to describe it. I mean, watch out!
Wow, that was unbelievable.
Look at that.
How about that?
Look at that. Jones with the screen on Iguodala. Looking to get it going. Count it, and the Warrior lead has been cut to just 3 points on the basket for Mr. Moves.
The mid-range jumper becomes a pretty high percentage shot for him when he has that kind of space.
Green dishes to Lee. Iguodala setting the pick for Lee. Puts it up from 12. Rebounded by Mr. Moves. Mr. Moves got 3 rebounds now in this one. From 16 feet away, he cans it. And now just a 1-point Warrior lead.
Risky shot there. Size-wise, I mean, he easily comes out on the short end of the stick, so to speak.
With the nice high release, he had no problem getting it off and knocking it down.
You've got to like what they've been doing down there in the low post, Clark.
I do. I love it. Their rebounding has been outstanding. So important in a tight game.
Iguodala outside. Feeds it to Green. Lee outside. Barnes against Ariza. Just 5 on the clock. Iguodala the pass to Green. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Rockets have gotten exactly half their shots to go down here in the second. 5 of 10. Here's Mr. Moves. And again, the Rockets good for 2.
Well, offensively, he's taken a solid opening quarter and just built on it here in the second.
Golden State's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Iguodala kicks to Lee. Green with a screen on Jones. Here's Lee. Takes a big height bounce and goes in. Lee's got 5 points so far.
Very well executed pick to give him all kinds of space to get that one off.
Sean Livingston, he's checked in for Andrew Bogut. And the players on your screen now have been experts with the ball in their hands for the last 10 games, leading the small forward position in assists. Andre Iguodala, number 2.
And these are some of the best teammates you're ever going to want. I mean, very unselfish guys at a position that sometimes puts more of an emphasis on individual play.
Most of those guys can take matters into their own hands if they need to. But like you pointed out, Steve, that's not their MO. That's not how they want to roll. They want all 5 players on the floor to be involved in the offense, and that's what they want to facilitate. And the D is having problems stopping the mid-range jumper. They're not really closing out on them as much as they should be.
Yeah, look at the numbers. 6 of the last 10 points have come by way of that jump shot, Clark.
Stolen. It's Harden with the drive. Blocked. And it's out of bounds to the Rockets as Houston retains possession. Houston making some changes. Kufis checked in for Howard. Tolliver comes in for Jones. And it's Cannon in for Trevor Ariza. And then for Golden State, Ezeli's checked in for Lee. Spates comes in for Green. And Jeff Adrian subbed in for Barnes.
He is just tearing it up this quarter. That lead's not going anywhere while he's this hot.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. It's Iguodala with the drive. Rockets with the rebound. They faced off right here last time they met, but the home club just couldn't pull out the win.
Well, and the big thing is they've got to avoid tonight what happened in the previous matchup. A lot of their starters were on the bench with foul trouble in that game.
Here is Livingston. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Iguodala outside. They need this. And that does.
Hi, Kevin. Well, Doc, as we...
Hey guys, some keys to talk about from what I've seen so far. This is a tight ball.
Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far.
A good quarter for Mr. Moves. 19 points, and he's added a steal to his stat line also.
Well, that's obviously not a big number, but he's been doing some valuable defensive work for him.
Terrence Jones is down low with Howard. Harden and Ariza out on the perimeter, and it's Mr. Moves in at the point. That's the 5 for Houston right now. Clark, the coach, was really passionate in that last huddle, trying to do everything he can to get his message across.
You know, and I'm not sure what he wanted exactly, but he did it with enough fire that I'm guessing he's not going to be happy with any lapse in execution. I mean, he made his point pretty clear.
Clock at 6. Ripped away. And shot on the way. And it falls over the rim and in. Mr. Moves got 23 points.
Yeah, guys, it's his consistent shooting that's really helped get his team into a position they're in right now.
Livingston dishes to Iguodala. Lee sets a screen for Iguodala. There's David Lee on the assist by Iguodala. And that's now 7 points for David Lee.
The second he got around the pick and shook his man, it was straight to the bucket for the easy deuce. Very, very well done.
Shot's good for Mr. Moves.
Oh, he's going to keep banging those home if you give him that much space.
Warriors trail by 11. Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Kevin, during that last drill, heard the Warriors coach as he addressed his team. He said a big part of their focus should be on offensive rebounding, to get bodies to the glass at that end of the floor and work hard for second chance points. There was one other thing he talked to them about. He told them to move with purpose on the perimeter, use screens, and find those open outside shots. Well, they need to make something happen before the start of the fourth quarter, and maybe those changes will do the trick, Kevin.
Thanks, Doris.
Nice soft touch to drop that one in.
2 minutes into the second half of play now. There's the double team with Bogut. There's the dish to Howard. He feeds it to Ariza. Here's Mr. Moves, and that one's good. Mr. Moves got the lead up to 11 now for the Rockets.
And still perfect here in the second half. 4 for 4 from the field.
Knocks it loose. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Harden inside the three-point line, and the Rockets getting another bucket right there.
I'm waiting for the fire alarm to go off the way they've come out blazing in the second half. That's 5 straight makes.
Here is Livingston. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. Lee, a screen on Ariza. The drive by Green. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Giving up these easy chances is going to do wonders for their confidence.
Wayne Ellington's checked in for the Rockets. Spates checked in for the Warriors. Barnes comes in for Draymond Green. Ellington the pass to Mr. Moves. Jones trying to get open. Off target with his 3. Warriors trail by 11. Iguodala kicks to Livingston. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Back to Iguodala. Pass to Livingston. The shot no good. The Rockets go the other way with it. Looking ahead, they've got the Jazz coming into town for the next game. That'll be the last of 3 straight at home for the team.
A lot of fans focused on that matchup for Utah.
Passes it to Lee. Livingston dishes to Barnes. No good with the triple. Rockets leading by 13. Here's Ariza. It's rebounded by Livingston.
Boy, he blew the easy 2 by profiling. Trying to look good. That's a bad decision and poor execution.
To the left wing. Barnes with it. Jones covering. Here is Livingston. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. And he gets the bucket. There's 1:26 left in the third quarter. Here's Mr. Moves. To the inside. And Jones slams it in. Well, now they're just going to town on it.
Yeah, you'd think these defenders would have done a little more to put a stop to that stuff, Kevin, but so far, no go.
Well, a phenomenal aerial assault there, fellas.
Livingston passes to Lee. Iguodala setting the pick for Lee. That one wide left.
Really good offensive execution. Nice pick. Just couldn't get the shot to go.
Boy, you love to see that as a basketball purist. A guy setting a good screen and then getting the shot opportunity.
And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for Houston.
Nice work on D.
Night at crashing the boards as well. They've had a bunch of second team.
Let's go. You're in.
Dang, about time.
Rockets leading by 13. Here's Kanan. Right now averaging 5 points a game. Selmans kicks to Ellington. Back to Selmans. The 3. The shot is off.
Next Friday night, April 1st.
And as we end the third, and a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And the finish, guys, this is where you know you are right on the money with that pass. Look at that. Perfectly timed.
And Golden State looking at who they've got. Green is out there with Jeff Adrian. Then it's Bogut. Then there's Livingston. And it's Barnes in at the 2 spot. Livingston kicks to Barnes. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Livingston. Livingston's got his 5th assist in this one. Harden with it. The pass to Mr. Moves. There's the double team with Bogut. Over to the left wing. Goes up the baseline. Gets it to go. That one good from Mr. Moves. Mr. Moves got 30.
Well, there you go. If you're going to continue to give up open jump shots, you're not going to get back into this game.
They set the pick. Screen by Bogut. Pulls it from the elbow. Nice work on the board. It's paying off with the basket.
If you battle for the offensive rebound and come up with it, you're guaranteed a high-quality shot on a follow just like he got there.
Mr. Moves, and Houston again with the bucket.
He has really punished these defenders today. No matter who's been on him, he's been giving them medicine.
Livingston dishes to Green. Fourth quarter now. We're about 1.5 minutes in. Here is Livingston. The feed now to Barnes. Clock at 4. Here's the 3. And another 3 for Golden State.
Right now, the defense needs to do a better job of closing out on this guy. He's heating up from outside.
Here's Mr. Moves. And the shot is good. Mr. Moves got 34.
Man, an even stronger second half. Tremendous efficiency at the offensive end of the floor.
Yeah, I know you know about how the basket can seem like it's 10 feet wide when you're in the zone. That's where they are right now. Boy, a pick was set at the perfect angle on the floor, and he used it nicely.
Well, that's a play we may see from them a few more times.
Why not? I mean, when it works, you go back to it. Make them stop you. Wow, such a steady hand. He's the one responsible for getting them this late lead.
Can't argue with that at all, Steve. His shooting percentage has been off the charts.
There's the pick. Adrian kicks to Green. Oh, good with the triple. Houston leading by 11. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter.
He's just been the man since the start of this quarter. And just a tremendous period of basketball for him.
Golden State's gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Adrian passes to Barnes. He got an advantage there off the pick and took it right in. Barnes has got 8 points in the quarter.
You know, he's knocking down his shots today, but it hasn't really translated to the scoreboard yet.
Kicks it to Koufos. The Warriors pull it in. Bogut's got his 3rd rebound tonight, and that one's good. And the Rockets lead by 13.
They have to box out better than that. I mean, that putback is just another example of the difference between these two teams today.
Here is Livingston. Screen by Bogut. Livingston kicks to Barnes. Bogut sets a screen for Barnes. Dishes to Livingston. And the wide open shot from Green. Misses the 3. Here's Mr. Moves. Covered by Barnes. Lets it go from 11. Good.
Looks like the defense kind of backed off him and he took advantage.
So for the Rockets, Dwight Howard. He's checked in for Koufos. Jones comes in for Anthony Tolliver. And Trevor Ariza has subbed in for Isaiah Cannon. Golden State also making some changes. Lee comes in for Jeff Adrian. And it's Iguodala in for Green. A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Kevin, during that last break, I heard the Warriors coach as he addressed his team. He didn't exactly take it easy on them, saying, how much do you want it? Don't tell me. Show me out there. We have to play better. We have to play harder if we're going to come back. Guys?
Thanks a lot, Doris. Jones with the screen on Iguodala. Here's Mr. Moves. Rebounded by Bogut. Bogut's got 3 rebounds so far in the game.
Well, tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. An impressive win for the Rockets.
And Clark, their hard work on the glass paid off.
You know, they both are excellent rebounding teams. I thought it was a tough battle underneath both ways.
And in what's been a solid season, to say the least, tonight's game will push their win total now up to 53.
They will walk out of here riding high today. Big win over a conference foe that they split their previous 2 meetings with.
Steve, one more game left against them, and there's no doubt they can build off this win and beat them a 3rd time.
And what a huge standout performance it was for Mr. Moves. He did all the dirty work that they needed, clearing out space underneath and securing boards.
Iguodala dishes to Livingston. Iguodala against Ariza. Good.
That's a nice hoop for a guy that typically doesn't score a lot.
The Rockets have gone 8 of 11 from the field in the final period. Great shooting down the stretch. Took him no time at all on that one. 42 points for Mr. Moves.
Boy, they're extending their lead. It kind of feels like they're just piling on here as we come to an end.
Well, hey, let's just call it what it is. They are trying to run it up on them.
Here is Livingston. And the rebound goes to Howard.
All the defender had to do there was just stay close to him, and he did.
Harden the pass to Mr. Moves. A 3-pointer off the mark. Off target with that shot.